Man, here joined by Jacob Showalter, the Shady Spring Tigers. First of all, Jake, it's been kind of a crazy season for you guys, but you persevered. You made the playoffs. Talk about the season and how wild that last half was.
Uh, Last half of the season, it was a pretty rough season. At first, I thought that it wasn't going to end how it did, but we pulled it together by the second half of the season, and we playing more like a team.
What was the turn? What was the cost for the turnaround? You think? I think you guys ended up winning six of the last seven or so. What changed it around for you guys?
Leadership was probably a big role in that turnaround. We got mad. We wanted to win, and we didn't want to just end on like a 4-6 season. We wanted to actually have a good season, make playoffs.
What are your thoughts on playing Independence against a county rivalry? You guys, instead of having a trip to Point Pleasant, you ended up going over to Independence. What are your thoughts on playing them again, especially with the way the last couple of games against those guys have ended? And, they won pretty easily in those games.
I think we're more prepared this time. We're both two completely different teams now than we were in week 4 of the season and last year. Last year, most of our team was injured, and this year we weren't ready for them. This year, or this game, I think we're a lot more prepared.
What is the toughest part of not only defending them because they have Atticus Goodson and some really good Judah Price and some good wide receivers, quarterback, good line. What's the toughest part about winning? Is it defending that offense or trying to get points against that defense?
I'd say defending them's probably more harder. Their offense is stoppable, but they're very talented, and it's going to take a lot of skill to stop them.
You had two plays I want to talk about this season. The first one was it's at least tied for a school record. That's the 99-yard touchdown pass against Nicholas County. It's another playoff team. Talk about that play. And not many people get a chance to score on a 99-yard pass.
Well, we ran one play before that. I was running like a 5-yard hitch, and I told Cam to throw it to me, and he threw it short. And the next play they called, I told Coach I was like, I can burn him deep. I was like, I got it, and I told Cam to throw it to me, and I'd go get it, and I did.
What's it been like working with him? I mean, he started some games last year, and you developed into a pretty good relationship there with him, receiver, quarterback wise. What's the nice thing about working with Cam?
We've grown up together. We've been playing ever since we were young. We get along outside of football, and most of the time in football, we have a pretty good wide receiver quarterback bond.
Probably the play that you're going to go down in Shady Spring history for was the field goal. You were just trying to tie the game with Liberty, and it was a bad snap, and you made an exceptional play to go up and get it. If people don't know, you got a bad snap on what would have been a tying field goal. Ended up scoring the touchdown by getting that ball in the end zone. Just talk about that play, and really that kind of spurred you guys on and was partly responsible, at least, for getting you guys in this situation.
That play, I was 100% expecting to just set it down for him, but I saw the high snap, and I started to turn my head to see if I could still set it down, and I was like, nope, and I just turned around, and there was a wide hole, and I just took off running. I knew I was at least getting to the first down marker, and it was just a crazy experience.
Do you think about that play often now? I mean, just how it could have went different if the ball bounced off your hands. You guys probably would, you wouldn't be practicing right now.
I don't really think about what else. I've thought about if it was a good hold, then we might have went into overtime, but I haven't thought about anything else during the bad snap. I've just been mainly thinking about what did happen.
You're, I think, listed as 5'7", 138 pounds. Probably a lot of people said kind of small for a football player. But for guys like yourself, do you take it is that a challenge for you? When people say, hey, you're pretty small to be playing football.
Yeah. My whole life, my dad's shorter than I am, and my mom is too. And I knew whenever growing up I wouldn't be as big as everyone else, and I kind of took that to heart and try to prove people wrong. And that's how I've developed as much as I have. That's probably what's driven me the most.
So it is a challenge to you every time you come out on the football field to prove that you belong and prove that you're a player, which, I mean, your numbers show that you definitely are. You got some pretty nice numbers. A lot of us who were smaller as football players didn't have an opportunity to do that. You kind of feel like you're striking a blow for the smaller guy.
Yeah, it was a challenge before. It's not as much of one now because I've just kind of got used to being the smaller guy on the field. And after 13 years of playing football like that, you just kind of get used to it, and you gotta know what's gonna happen.
You started out, I think 1-2, whatever. I think it was 1-2. Your senior season. Did you feel like, and you did allude to, you didn't think it was going to end maybe like it did with that start, but what's it mean for you to be in this position to get that playoff berth your senior year?
To be honest with you, at the very beginning of the season, whenever we were 1-2, I was really mad, and I didn't think we would be where we are now. I thought our whole team gave up, and me and a few other seniors just pretty much told them, we're like, is this really what we want to go through? We got to do more. We got to play harder, practice harder, and we'll go to the playoffs.
Part of the leadership you were talking about?
Yeah.
Being in a situation where people, and I'm sure you've heard it since the playoff pairings were announced, a lot of people aren't giving you much of a chance. You guys use that as a type of motivation as well?
Yeah, we're getting pretty, not really mad, but we're taking it personal. We know we have a chance with them.
Okay. All right, Jake, thanks a lot. Appreciate your time, and good luck this week.
Thank you.
Thank you.